EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Superdome here in downtown New Orleans. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Throwing, Jones. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now Jones. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And some room to roam now. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Throwing now is Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Succop's kick is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they
touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 33 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, Jones. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. throwing on first down. Jones, flush to his right. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, Kamara. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Running with the fullback, Alex Arma. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Here we go with Kamara. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Looking to throw. Jones. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. He's at the 30, 10, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara's got the first down and then some, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Now Jones on 3rd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now left side on the swing pass. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Again, they'll throw with Brady. That's caught left side by Hardman. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Being chased out left. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Flushed out right. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble,
think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Jones throwing on first down. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Pittman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz with the extra point. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Brady. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Play action, it's Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zach Boy drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this returnable for Harris. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Again, it's Kamara. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Here's Jones. On first down. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Working with a 2nd and 3. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Jones. The toss here completed to Pittman. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Cottrell. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Looks good on the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter play. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. And some space here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 109 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. A check down here to Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. I've worked with you long enough now to know you like that decision. Go safe, pressure coming, hit your guy underneath.
It's an excellent decision, but he knew it came with consequences, and that's him getting hit on the play, but able to dump it to his running back and gain some yardage. I liked everything about it, especially his ability to stay in the pocket and execute.
The Bucs on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. Now Brady. Open man, it's Jalen Darden. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Jalen Darden, 42 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Mike Edwards picks it off. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
They'll go again to Jones. And a short gain here down to the 22. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Jones. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Jones again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Brady gives this one to Vaughn. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Now Jones Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Second down, another shot for Jones. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Bucs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Jones. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limit.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Jones. And this one complete to Smith. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.